Wings roll right over the road. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and exit on that. Right there, exit out. Wow. Beautiful. You know what a sideway draft is called?
That's not wind shear, is it?
No, it's just called wind.
No, it's just... Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Nice.
Alright, information, Yankee. Peoria clearance delivery 124.675.
Initial contact via Yankee. Peoria tower information, Yankee 1754 Zulu, wind 180 at 8, facility 10, clear below 12000, temperature 32, dew point 21, altimeter 3008. Visual approaches in use, runway 13 and 22, advise on initial contact via Yankee.
Why is this? There we go. 124.675.
Peoria tower information, Yankee.
Okay. We're going to contact Peoria clearance delivery and tell them that we want VFR to the north practice area today. Is that still correct?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
North practice area. And we'll let them know we have Yankee, right?
Yes. Let me write this down. Peoria clearance delivery. Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with Yankee, VFR, north practice area. Okay. Okie dokie. Peoria clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information, Yankee requesting VFR departure to the north practice area today.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria clearance, maintain VFR at or below 5000, departure frequency 125.8, squawk 0251.
Squawk 0251, departure frequency 125.8, at or below 5,000 feet, Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, read back correct.
0251. Perfect. Okie dokie, so we're going to switch over to Peoria ground. Peoria ground is 121.85.
Advise on initial contact via Yankee.
Peoria ground 121.85. We're going to still ask for, seeing we're at 210 knots, still going to ask for runway 22. So if we want to go off for runway 22 today, we're going to take a look at the airport diagram. We're going to ask for departure at intersection Alpha 4, runway 22. So we're going to ask Peoria ground if we can taxi to runway 22 via Alpha 4 departure if able.
Do we have enough runway to take off from there?
That is a great question. How would you determine that?
Simple guesstimation.
I mean, if it's 8,000 feet and that's about, let's just round down and say that's half the runway, 4,000 feet. 4,000 feet was well above our 900 foot requirement.
So what's the answer to the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Clear. Peoria ground, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot at Beverly Aviation requesting taxi to runway 22 via Alpha 4 departure if able.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria ground, runway 22 at Alpha 4, intersection departure, taxi via Alpha 4.
Taxi via Alpha 4, 64 Alpha. Okay, so we're good on taxi. So we're going to make sure we have... Oh, iPod is too hot. Never seen that before.
Yeah, it's from the
sun. No way to fix that, is there? Okay.
I still have mine, but mine's rapidly heating up as well.
So we got Peoria ground. We're going to make sure we got Peoria tower.
I would close this on it while you're not using it, and I probably shouldn't do the same.
Okay,
we have the taxiways right here.
Yep. And we know where Alpha 4 is. It's right behind us. We have been cleared to taxi, so let's continue on with the checklist and get moving. Okay. So pre-takeoff, actually we're still doing our taxi test. So we're going to do our brake test first. I'm going to take control. I have control of the aircraft.
You have controls.
And we're going to go ahead and move forward and do a brake test. Brakes are good on my side. I'm going to go ahead and do our turn coordinator test. To the left. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Turn coordinator is moving in the direction of our turn, balls in the opposite direction.
They even have a triple bladed prop on them suckers. Got great climb potential with those.
Very nice aircraft.
It is.
HSI is moving in the direction of our compass.
Okay.
We're going to try and sneak around behind. Oh, actually, they're still on, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's not go behind them.
What a great idea. Let's go to the right.
Turn coordinator is going in the right. Ball is going in the opposite direction. Still good there. Still clear to the right. Clear to the left. Would you like to do your brake test?
I would. I have controls.
You have controls?
My brakes work.
Their brakes work.
You have the controls.
My controls.
You got them.
Start turning us to the right.
Let's remain fairly decently clear of this jet.
Yes. No love taps on the jet today.
That's good enough. You can go that way.
Kind of looks like they're spooling down, but I don't want to test that theory.
I don't either. It's also possible that what we heard was their, yeah, those aren't on.
Their APU?
Yep, their APU. So, but it's always good to, you know, safe about it. You don't want to, if you ever see the videos of people in the J3 Cub getting completely and utterly blown over by a jet.
Legion 1941, 6, 13, going to gate 10.
Warming up their engines.
Legion 1941 Peoria ground.
It's not something we want to be in that situation with. So we will take the safe way. We'll take the safe way. We heard the engines on. You heard the engines on. It could have been the APU. Who knows? But we're not going to take that risk.
Follow our yellow brick road. Whee!
What we did was that legal?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would hope so.
Well, in that case, it doesn't matter. We did what we deemed to be safe.
Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. We're going for Alpha 4, runway 22. Probably lean us out just a little bit. My bad. I always forget to lean us out as we're taxiing.
That's because I normally do it. I think I should be handing that responsibility off to you as you gain more and more experience.
Alright, are we far? Nope, not yet. Let's do it right here. Actually, I think I want to start lining up my wings with the runway marker.
Oh,
it's like a good visual.
Alright.
Alright, so make sure our HSI and compass are still matching. They are now off, so let's do that. There, we're taking off from runway 22. I'm going to get my heading bug onto 22. Okay, dokie. We've got pre-taxi is done. We're going to do a run-up test. I am on the brakes. Our fuel is set to both. Our trim is on takeoff. Going to put it a little bit above takeoff since it's like that. Going to check our flight controls. Let's do behind us first. It's annoying. Alright, down, up, rudder, and then we've got, he's going up, he's going down, he's going up, he's going down. Flight controls are good. We're going to do our annunciator lights test. Blinky, 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 blinky. All alternating lights are good. We can check our instruments one more time. Good. Won't see it till we do the run-up test. Temps are good, our pressures are good. Won't see it till we do the run-up test. Amps are good. Turn coordinator is level, no airspeed, we're level with our wings on the ground. HSI is matching our compass. We have no vertical speed. Our altitude is set to 3008. This isn't on, we're in use. And we have RPM. So all instruments look good. I guess technically that's also an instrument, isn't it? Our little time counter.
I guess, yeah.
And all our radios look good, and then we don't care about autopilot because we've never used it before.
Foreshadowing.
Run up test. Mixture set to best power. And 1800 RPM coming up on the brakes. 15, 16, 17, and 18. 18, there we go. Vacuum is good. Amps, volts are good, volts are good. We're gonna do our mag test. Mag 1 off, drop an RPM, both mag, RPM comes up, go back to the right, drop an RPM, come back up to both, RPM should come up, we're good there. Oil pressure is good, oil temperature is good, we're gonna do our idle check. Does not sound like a classic Mustang. Idle's nice and even at 600 RPM, coming back up to 1,000 RPM. And we're gonna lean, we don't need to lean mixture, we're gonna check our throttle friction one more time. Okay. Alright, pre-takeoff, flaps are up, mixture best power, fuel pump is off, we've got our squawk code, our heading buggy's good, our doors and windows, we'll lock our windows when I start taxiing out. Landing light on, taxi light off, strobe on, nav on, beacon on, and note time, release the brakes and take off. So we are clear to take off, ready for takeoff, not clear for takeoff. We're going to go ahead and turn on a tower, move over to COM 1, turn off our ground, have ATIS in the background for when we're ready for it, since we're just going to the north practice area. Probably change where we're in the air. You ready?
Whenever you are.
I'm never ready. That's my secret.
That's my secret, Captain. I want to see first where this leans out to.
Yeah, keep going. I actually see it increasing RPM a little bit. Oop. Oop. Maybe? Is it ever gonna lean out? Maybe we should have done it at 1800 RPM. Okay.
Alright, so about right there is where we should keep it.
Okay. For takeoff?
Yeah, and we'll have it slightly lean on takeoff. Technically enriched. It's too hot to be taken off with full mixture.
Oh, so you're gonna leave it here, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
That bee just got absolutely murked by the propeller.
Oh, not the bee.
Absolutely destroyed. It was a big enough bee I could see it. Whenever you're ready.
I'm taking a look at the windsock.
Uh-huh.
The windsock is kind of saying the wind is now shifted to...
Okay.
Is it shifting to the other runway?
Yeah, it is kind of, but we'll be fine with this takeoff.
Okay.
It doesn't exceed our maximum crosswind, and all we'll have to do is this.
Yep. Okay.
Just steer with rudder and opposite aileron, and once we're off the ground, then we can swap runways when we want to land.
Okie dokie. Contact Peoria Tower on 124.0. Wait, is that right? Let's double check. Peoria Tower 124.0. Okay. Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha student pilot holding short, runway 22 at Alpha 4, ready for departure.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria Tower, wind 180 at Niner, turn right heading 360, runway 22 at Alpha 4, clear for takeoff.
Turn right 360, clear for takeoff, 64 Alpha. So he wants us to turn 360. Right, ready?
I'm ready to go.
Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead, nobody on base, nobody on final, nobody on base, nobody on final, runway is clear. Go ahead and start moving. Runway 22 is that way, we're going to turn to our right. Still clear, still clear. Turning to our right. Just a leisurely stroll. Alright, we're going to give ourselves some of this. Match the windsock. We're ready to go. Rotate. Go ahead and pull in your window. Could you take controls? Much better. Mic controls.
You have the controls.
Still climbing. Actually not too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Good. I think it's just the crosswind that's really not great, but you can live with it.
Yeah, crosswinds are fun.
Like some wind out of this one, but this one's not going to give me anything.
That's interesting.
X6 Alpha, contact departure.
Contact departure, 6-4 Alpha. Have a nice day. See ya.
You as well.
.8. We're going to start our takeoff. Turn to 360. St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, just off of PIA at 1,500 feet, 6-4 Alpha.
Check 5364 Alpha departure to contact altitude discretion, proceed on course.
Altitude at discretion, on course, 6-4 Alpha.
Envoy 3517, descend pounds discretion, maintain 4,000.
What does that mean that he just told you?
Maintain our own altitude, fly our own.
We're going to do whatever we want. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, 2,500 please.
2,500.
And we'll just fly still the 360 for now.
My scars are burning.
Are they actually?
A little bit. From the sun, I think. Go ahead and give me some of that trim back.
I really like all my friends' cats, but I'm hesitant to own one because of that aspect of them.
Oh, don't worry, man. I love my cat to death. As long as you treat them with respect and you teach them as a kid to not do certain things, you'll be fine. And really, I'm a firm believer that the spray bottle doesn't work as well as literally just hissing at them, because they're more used to their mothers hissing at them. So if you basically be their mom, and if they play too rough, you just say, hey, don't do that, and they'll stop doing that. This is the first time she's ever done it. She's 2 years old.
Oh, what do you know about that?
But most cats are pretty great. But now, if you get a cat and you decide that you don't want to treat the cat with dignity and respect, the cat will shit on everything that you love.
Yeah, the thing about dogs is they give you pretty much unconditional love, whereas a cat's a lot more like a person. You gotta take care of a cat. You gotta treat the cat nice.
Well, I disagree with that. Cats might be a little bit more solitary, but as long as you should be treating everything appropriately. Just baseline assumption that you're treating your cat nice.
Yeah.
It will love you, and it may not show the affection.
I feel like it's more of a. It's more the cat displays more feelings than a dog does. When I get home, the dog is like all over me type deal, and
right.
then when I go to my friend's house with his cat walks right up, it's like, here, please pet me now. But the cat takes a little bit longer to earn their trust and these things, and they're more. I don't know how to put it. I see them as a little bit more human than a dog, perhaps, just in terms of how they act.
Go ahead and turn off our landing light and start
running through the checklist. Good.
Okay, so that's where we should be leaned out. Climb. Cruise power, make sure instruments are all still good except for like our compass is now a little off. There. But no, my cat, like, she's not a big, one of my cats is a really big kisser and purrer and like is really lovey-dovey. But my other cat will just want to be in the same room as you. And that's how she shows her affection. Yeah. No matter what room you're in, she'll be like 2 or 3 feet away from you, and she won't look at you. She'll maybe acknowledge your existence, but that's about it. But in the morning and at night, she will hop up on my chest and do what we like to.
Center 7110, let's approach Balloon Town Center 3009er.
We'll do what we like to call saucing, which is wool nursing, because I think she was taken away from her mother too young. But it's another way that she shows affection. But she's adorable. I love her. I'm just going to follow this road north.
Okay.
Seems to be more in line with this. It is a beautiful day.
It is indeed.
Glad we decided to fly today.
I am too.
I think I'm doing okay so far.
I agree.
I got a little scared on the contact to approach, but I got it. I won't do direct yet, I'll wait. We're losing altitude, so I fix that with trim.
Envoy 3517, turn 10 degrees left, it's going to maintain 3000.
I bought X-Plane over the weekend, and I've been trying to use that to practice.
What is X-Plane?
It's kind of like the more simi version of a flight sim rather than Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Let's approach, turn 10 degrees right,
it's what they typically use in actual cockpit simulations at home and things like that, or like the really fancy cockpits might have their own flight sim, but this is like not quite professional grade, but at least
is that the one where you're able to click on all the things?
Yeah, you can do that in Microsoft Flight Sim too.
Oh, I see.
But they both let you click on everything. Their radios are fully functional. And actually, this Garmin right here is in the same plane, and I've actually learned how to use the Garmin from Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Really?
10,000 exactly.
Although I haven't figured out the Bluetooth part yet, but I guess we'll do that when we get down to.
Bloomington's 1 o'clock, 8 miles.
I remember someone showed me one time, and I was like, to be honest, I don't care about it enough. I'll never use this.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just use my iPad. I don't need to put the waypoints in here and stuff. I don't do cross countries like that. And whenever I do a crazy cross country like that, then I'll learn it. You know. If I'm flying to California, yeah, I'll learn it and I'll put in my flight plan. But right now, I don't have plans to be flying the state over, let alone California.
I wanna go to Wisconsin to visit a friend.
Really?
You wanna add that to our list of cross country? About a 3-hour flight, two and a half.
Hey, you're the one paying for the plane and paying for my time, so as long as you're okay with it, I'm more than happy to do it.
World's most expensive flight ticket.
I've definitely done some longer flights like that before. You know, but if it's is it a 3-hour flight there and back?
Yeah. So 3 hour there and then 3 hours back.
Oh wow. Yeah, that would be very expensive for you. That would be like just guesstimating, like in the ballpark of 1,500 to something like that. But
flying 360, just going to maintain 3,000.
You would definitely get a lot of cross-country experience from that, though. You get the whole 9 yards. Okay. We just came out of the Charlie. We'll keep coming out here a little bit longer.
There's another train.
They're just. It's really cool to see them from the air because they're just so long.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like almost a mile, honestly. I bet it is.
gusty.
All you gotta do is make the corrections that you need. Don't try and overdo it. Don't try and, you know, be sarcastic with the plane or anything like that. Oh, you're gonna bump me around, I'll show you. I've definitely had that mentality while flying sometimes. Just make the corrections you need, right?
So I feel like we've hit an updraft.
Yep.
We just gained a lot of altitude, and I'm pointing myself down, and we haven't lost a lot of altitude yet.
Well, we want to be at 90 knots, right? You're pitching down, but what you also want to do is pull some power out there because you want to maintain not only your altitude, but also your airspeed. Make sense?
Yes.
So I would almost fly with one hand on the throttle and one hand on the yoke and make the corrections that you need. Because it's going to be a two-way corrections. You need to make corrections here, but also you need to make power corrections. See, like there, I just would have pitched up actually instead of adding power because you had excess power, you were still descending, or excess airspeed, and you're still descending. So if you pitch up, what's going to happen?
We're going to lose that airspeed,
and we're going to climb. And then if you need more still, then go ahead and change it, right?
Right. And then now that we're going over some shadows, might cool us down, so we might drop. Actually, we're losing airspeed, so I think that is what's happening. We're losing altitude and airspeed, so bring us up just a little bit.
Why would we be losing altitude and airspeed?
The air got cooler. Or actually, no, that was downdraft.
Don't think about the external factors. Think about the internal factors.
Power, RPM.
Yeah, we have a power setting that's too low, so that causes us to sink. And because you're still pitched up, we're also losing our airspeed. So we just need a little power in there. There you go, you're dialed in now.
86, call the Embraer 170, clear approach 20.
Okay. What do you think would be easier to learn first? The turnaround point or the S-turn? Let's start with the easiest.
Easiest? Honestly, the turnaround to point, probably.
Do you think that's the easiest?
I would hope so.
It'll be on 250, 20 miles.
All right.
555.
Good to send us down to 1,500 feet. Mixture is going to go slightly enriched.
At 1,500?
That's right. We are still in the cruise configuration.
Yes.
But I slightly enriched our mixture. Why?
Because we're coming down.
Because we're going to be lower. And because it's a little safer. Nothing wrong with a little bit of extra fuel. With the exception of when there's a fire. Alright. Now we're looking for a point. Where's the wind coming from?
The wind is coming from 1,800, I believe. 200.
Like to set up for the visual approach runway 2.
Did you say 200?
200.
Okay. Which is where? Oh, good job marking it. Very good. Okay, so we're going to be looking at somewhere that's pretty much on that downwind. I want to keep things squared up, especially since the wind is pretty much coming from our south. So let's just continue on this little heading here. Are there any towers that we need to be aware of while we are doing maneuvers at a low altitude down here?
Yes, all those.
Okay, so we're going to stay clear of the windmills. Any other towers? Uh-oh, there's one right there.
Right to our front left, sorry. Is it the water tower?
It's actually not on the map. Because it's so low.
Okay.
But, I actually know that place, actually. Okay, anyway. So, now we're flying along. We have set ourselves up. We're going to say that we've done our clearing turns because I've been looking for traffic this entire time. And there's no one on our little scanner. So, for the, the effectiveness, we have done our clearing turns. Now, we're going to be looking for a spot. Do you see that barn right there?
Yep, I was just about to point at that.
Great. I want you to fly me an equal distance around that while maintaining our altitude, already 100 feet high, by the way. You're going to make your adjustments, and I need you to compensate for the wind, and I want you to just try it without me saying anything. I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to try it. I'll mention about the altitude and the airspeed, but I want you to just do the maneuver how you would do it to maintain equal distance from it and exit on the same point.
I hope we're pointing to the same one. I'm pointing towards that one right there.
Yep, with the house and the trees and the silos, yep.
Yes.
I'm with you.
I'm pointing at the one with the more trees, I guess, but yep, I'm looking at that one. I guess where the wing currently is pointing.
Okay, I see, on the right.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, I'm with you.
And we're still a little high.
So simply add, or you need to reduce power actually, because our airspeed's increasing, right?
Correct.
So we'll pull a little power out.
Pay attention to our altitude.
That might have been just a tad too much, honestly. I would have done about 1,000 RPM. Small corrections here. The distance, we've gotten slightly farther.
How can you tell that we've gotten farther?
Because we used to be in about I would say about a 15-degree bank, and now we're in about a 5-degree bank.
Interesting. Okay. So I mean we need to turn steeper. Now we're coming into the wind.
That's right. We're turning into the wind, which technically we should be shallowing out our turn here. This should be our shallowest bank right here.
Right.
And we have gotten closer here, so that's good. We're back to roughly about where we were. But the reason it looks closer is because we've actually sunk. We're at 1,400 feet now. Let's get us back up to the 15. Our tolerances are plus or minus 100 feet.
Oh, man.
We're going to be doing a lot of circles.
Departure Skyline.
A little bumpy, a little windy. Perfect conditions for a little bit of a challenge here. How do you think you are distance-wise?
Closer than we were when we started.
Okay. 060 Skyline 927.
I hope somebody's out there watching this plane circle around their property. What's going on? It's the FBI! And I can feel the wind literally pushing us closer to the target. That's crazy.
Now right here we want to be a steeper bank. This is going to be steeper than the other parts. I said I wasn't going to give you tips. Hold on, never mind.
You've been giving me tips the whole time.
I do. I just give tips. It's just what I do. Where did you enter at? Over here-ish.
Yeah.
Where was it? Was it over the trees?
It was over this road. Over this intersection, yeah.
Okay.
Because this whole intersection goes north, and that's what I've been following the whole time.
All right.
I'm going to try and get back over to
We've dialed in the altitude. We've dialed in the airspeed, so I like seeing that. We're getting the hang of that. We've maintained coordination throughout this, which is very nice. Very, very nice. And once we get done with the maneuver, we complete the full circle, we'll just continue back to the north.
There we go.
Level off. Okay. Alright, so just maintain the 1500 while I do a little bit of talking. Okay, so when we start the maneuver, right, we're going to start with our left turn, right?
Right.
Is what you just did, the left turn. That will be our steepest angle of bank in the entire maneuver, in all of it. The steepest one. Because the wind is pushing us away from the object, so we need to counter it with more bank.
Do you mind if I start heading towards the west so we can stay clear of the windmills?
What a great idea.
5227, you can join the RNAV final airport 1 o'clock.
Is this tower going to be a factor here?
Inside Scout 5220.
Not for us, but we should still clear of it.
Okay. Then we're going to go in a shallower bank, okay? Think of the turns in quarters. So now we're on this side. We're going to go shallower bank right here. We're going to shallow it out. Because now we're starting to do this part here, and we're turning into the wind. A little bit of shallower bank. And then we're going to go steep. Oh, sorry, my apologies. We're going to go shallowest because we're into the wind. What's the problem there?
What do you mean?
Here and here. We lost 50 feet, but we gained 5 knots. What do you think the problem is?
Pitch down?
Yes. Pitch down. So we just need to pitch it back up and you'll stop descending. The sign that your power is good. Go ahead and turn me to the south. We want to stay away from Wyoming here.
Yeah, we don't like Wyoming.
Actually, it's a really nice town. I biked to it. On the Rock Island Trail all the way up here. Pretty good bike ride. It's like total of like 50 miles. Pretty great. Anyway, so then we're going to go steepest, shallow, shallowest, deep. Okay. That's the whole circle in quarters. Okay. So let's head back down here, and then we'll turn back around and we'll find a point to do this again. Okay. Actually, here's our little points. But we can't do it because we're going into the wind now.
Yeah.
So we can't use those points, but why don't we just circle back around and we'll use the same points. Why not? Why not? I'm not opposed to that. Are you opposed to that?
Nope.
I'm not opposed to that. Man, it's just so flat out here.
Skyline 927, squawk in 2126.
I can definitely feel the wind though today. More so than other days, I feel like.
You're saying that like you can physically feel it with the controls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just look at how we're crabbing into the wind to stay aligned with the highway.
Which you're doing a great job at, by the way. Cumulus clouds and it being hot. How are we doing mentally? Feeling good?
Doing good today.
Good.
I'm going to open up the window for a second though.
All right. Watch that airspeed again. It's starting to rise on you. Which means what?
Pitch up. I saw it start hitting.
Yeah.
They took my hand?
But we're at 1900 RPM. I don't think you want to be at that. Especially since the airspeed's at 80, so the airspeed's screaming at you saying, hey, what's going on here? I need more power to maintain my 90. We need more power. That's what the airplane's saying. We need more power over here.
That was a big drop though, so that must have been a...
What do you think that was?
Downdraft.
A downdraft.
Which means we're probably about to hit an updraft.
Maybe. Who knows? Go ahead and turn to the east.
Turning to the east.
Is that Princeton?
The what?
It is.
There's a tower right there.
I see it. Is it a factor?
Yes.
It is a factor?
I would think so.
The one way out there?
No, right next to us.
Right next to us?
The red, white tower.
Well, I'm just not seeing it. Am I tripping?
A little bit.
I see the one that's like over there by Princeton.
The red, white tower.
Right, over there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's not a factor. I was like, that's the one I saw. And then you're like, no, right there. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like looking down, like, are we about to hit something?
We're heading for it.
Yeah, that's when I ask, is it a factor? It means, is it going to threaten our present course if we continue on it? So with that definition, would that threaten our?
No.
Okay. So it would be not a factor.
There's the updraft, I think I was saying.
Updrafts, downdrafts, sideways drafts. Wait till you hit a sideways draft. You know what a sideways draft is called?
That's not wind shear, is it?
No, it's just called wind.
No, it's just... Yeah, okay, fair enough.
All right, where's your point at?
Right down there.
Okay. I want you to be closer to it this time. Fly over those trees. You see those trees?
Yeah.
I want you to fly like you're flying over the road. I want you to fly over the trees. And the reason I want you to be closer is, number one, it's easier to judge the distance Number 2, the maneuver is completed faster, meaning we can do more of them. Number 3, it requires steeper bank on the entry and on the exit, which in other words means that it's more exaggerated, meaning that you really get to see the steepest, the shallowest, and the steeper banks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Because that we weren't even like really turning, you know. I could have done that. How far out we were? We could have done that maneuver with the rudder, okay? And I don't even think that's a joke. I might go up and try that, you know, tonight or something. Okay. Do we have this in sight?
So the greenhouse tree silo.
The one further away from us, right?
Yes.
All right.
We're at 1,500 feet.
Well, once we cross this road, let's jump into it.
And
this is going to be the steepest bank. So whatever bank you choose, I don't want to see any steeper than this. Okay. There you go. That's a good correction. Good correction. Good. A little bit more. There you go. Yep, keep that bank in. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, start letting the bank out. A little too much on the bank out. Right there. Good. Good. Hold it right there. So now we're going into the shallower bank. We're shallowing it out because the wind, we're starting to turn into wind. Am I wrong?
Right.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn, just leave it right here. Leave it right there. Just kind of see what it does. A little bit more, actually. Just a little bit more. There we go. We're still shallower than our steepest that we were at. Good. Good. Just make sure you hold it right there. We're holding our altitude good, but our airspeed's kind of getting a little funky.
Yeah, we're going a little
You're
fast.
staying that was for like 5 seconds in here, 4 seconds in here. Just take a glance. Take a glance.
Approach,
4 seconds outside, just come back in, take a look.
Descending 1000 and
back outside.
Yankee.
Take a look. Back outside. Good. We're maintaining distance very well. Now we're going into this is fairly shallow. This should be our shallowest, which you already did by yourself, okay?
Right.
Now we're going to start going into steeper. Wait though. Wait here because we need to push out further because the wind's going to push us this way, right?
Right.
And it's already starting to do it. Do you see yourself getting closer?
Yes, I do.
I see ourselves getting closer. So let's just keep it shallow here for a second. Keep it shallow. Keep it shallow. We're pushing our way out there. We're maintaining the altitude, the airspeed really well. Now we're going to start bringing the steeper. Do you see those trees over there?
Yep.
That's where we entered at, correct?
Correct.
That means we're going to exit right there. So let's go ahead and just aim for that while seeing and maintaining distance. We do not want to cut the corner here. We want to exit with a beautiful wings level across the road, yeah?
Right.
All right, so let's do that. Maintain that distance. I would even do a little shallow here, a little shallower. A little bit more shallow. Good. A little shallower.
927, contact.
Just hold it right there. Hold it right here. Now a little steeper. Little steeper.
2375.
Right there. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Wings roll right over the road. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Let's go ahead and exit on that. Right there. Exit out. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. We maintained fairly decent distance. It was pretty good. I like that. And we exited right where we entered. You can't beat that. And we did good with the control inputs. And we were on our ACS tolerances, which is, what is it for this maneuver?
10 or plus or minus 10 knots, plus or minus 100 feet.
Exactly, exactly. And you were within 50 on your altitude, I believe. I didn't see any more than that. And you were within 9, so you almost went out on your airspeed.
Yeah, we were going a little fast.
We were going a little fast, but we did catch it, and that's our goal, right? All right. These windmills in this area is kind of making it a little difficult. Let's just go ahead and do an immediate turn to the west, basically just doing somewhat of a rectangular course. I really like this spot. Let's do...
See that tower right there?
Yeah, it's not a factor.
Oh, no, it's just cool.
Yes, it is cool. That is for sure, yes. And let's do the same maneuver we just did. We'll come all the way back around and we'll enter once again. On other days, when, you know, we're not doing this for the first time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We would just stay in it, and we would just keep doing circles. You know what I mean? But for this, I really want to nail home the entry, how we enter. How do we enter this maneuver? Go ahead and explain it to me.
How do we enter the maneuver?
Yeah, how do we enter? How do we start the maneuver?
We start wings level, and then we turn into our steepest turn.
Are we starting with a headwind? Are we starting with crosswind?
We should start with a headwind.
Should we?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Go ahead and take a look at this right here.
Coming in. Oh, we're coming in from our downwind. Okay.
Coming on the downwind. I'm gonna give you a little hint. You ready for this great hint?
Go for it.
Every maneuver that requires a specific entry is on the downwind.
Okay.
When we enter the traffic pattern, which is kind of a rectangular course when you think about it, right?
Right.
What do we enter on?
Downwind.
Oh, okay. And when the S turn, you don't know too much about the S turn because we haven't done one yet. But you want to take a wild guess at what we enter on?
Upside down.
Really? Let me tell you, I haven't quite done that yet, but maybe one day. You know, that's actually for the CFI Plus rating, actually. CFI Plus.
To Romeo Papa, just off 3 Mike Yankee, IFR to 10 Charlie. One 772 to Romeo Papa.
Seems to be a pretty consistent downdraft right there.
It would seem so, wouldn't it?
45.
Means there's going to be an up as we start turning back into the area.
It's like the anime moment when, you know, the main character like starts seeing the future and then all of a sudden starts reading starts dodging the things.
Okay, clear to 10 Charlie.
You're like, I know where the updrafts are, you know, start speaking Japanese. Alright, I think right here we can go ahead and turn. Let's do one more of the turns around a point.
Oh, this is it right here, isn't it?
Oh wow, man. Am I social awareness? Not social awareness. Spatial orientation, that bad?
I guess. I mean, that's where we've been turning.
That is it. My apologies. Let's keep going here. Wow. Maybe I think I'm getting too excited. Logan. I'm getting too excited.
Don't tell me that. Tell yourself that.
I'm getting. I saw a turn around the point that was absolutely, you know, to standards, and I was like, wow, that's impressive. And now I want to do another one. And then we'll do some S turns. And we had the plane till 4 today?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we'll do some S turns and then bring it right back in.
Because you had another student coming out of 4, I assume.
You said what?
You have another student coming out of 4, I assume.
No, actually.
Oh, what did you?
I got a 4th of July dinner.
Oh.
Yeah. Got
how dare you, first of all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, honestly, it was so selfish of me. It was very selfish of me.
I kind of forgot today was a holiday until like yesterday. They're like, oh yeah, you guys are off work tomorrow. And I'm like, huh? Wait, what? Why? They're like 4th of July. I'm like, oh, okay, that works.
I'm used to working at like
79er 283, information Zulu.
283, nice.
Runway 22 back to
now you can turn. Yeah, I'm not used to working places that like gives it that day off to you.
Yeah.
Because like my career basically goes Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Panera, Culver's, FedEx.
Heading right 0.
And that's all like spread out to different, you know, like part of it was down in Nashville, part of it was like, you know, all over the place. And so none of those places besides FedEx give you that day off. So like when I learned that I actually get federal holidays off, I was like, hold on, what? What are you telling me? This is a great day.
Congratulations. Yeah, I didn't have holidays until I think it was 4 years into working as a contractor. And then they were like, hey, by the way, now that you're a full-time employee, you get 14 vacation days. And I was like, what the fuck do I do with 14 vacation days? Because I've had 0 my whole life.
Yeah. I'm assuming those are paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I basically don't use them until the end of the year.
Really? You just take like the last 2 weeks off or something?
Last like 4 weeks.
Oh my. Wow.
they give us 2 weeks as for Christmas week and then like New Year's.
Oh, really?
So a lot of people will just take that whole month of December off, especially like people that have been there a really long time. So I have like 20 vacation days. So they'll just take the whole month of December off.
Runway, downwind runway.
It's good for them. I'm a little jealous.
You need a little left here, or right here actually, my apologies.
Oh, right? You don't want to go over the trees?
I do, but I want to be on the, see that line of trees, the straight one?
Yeah.
I want to be like on that kind of deal, if that makes sense.
21 miles to the west.
Because I think on the inside of those trees might be a tad close.
Inbound landing St. Francis Hospital with information Zulu.
Oh, one of the helicopter pilots going into OSF.
124.0.
Nice.
Alright, clear visual approach 13, tower 124.0.
That'd be a really cool job, I think.
Absolutely. Let's flight 3, sales approach, ident, sales.
Flight 3, ident, 1,700.
Alright, make sure we're set up good, make sure we're good on altitude, good on airspeed, and good on distance.
Good on airspeed, good on altitude.
Flight 3.
A little fast again.
Okay.
I'm having to point down. I think the updraft is literally right here. I think that's what...
It's probably moving,
fast.
right?
Yeah.
It's probably moving. So just keep that in mind.
3.75.
So I'll have to keep an eye on it as I start my turn.
And begin. Walk me through. What type of bank is this?
Deep.
Deepest.
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 A little bit more power. Oh, went a little close. For distance.
Yeah, just talk me through it.
Start shallowing it out a little bit.
Okay. Alright.
Make sure altitude airspeeds are good. Man, they're really chatty today.
283.
Yeah, they're very busy.
Flight 3, staying with you.
Dealing with the light flight helicopters are, you know, they like to talk.
Yeah.
But I would too if I was flying one of those. What are we in now?
Our shallowest.
Shallower.
Shallower, sorry.
Shallower. I think we go steepest into the shallower. We're shallowing out that steepest, okay?
Right. So we're gonna keep turning in. Altitude's good, speeds are good.
How's our distance?
We're getting a little bit further.
I agree.
So I'm gonna turn us in a little bit steeper.
Okay.
Get us back on course a little bit.
All right.
Not too much, because we still want to be rounding it out. We don't want to cut corners. Still in altitude, still getting a little fast on airspeed again. I think we hit another updraft.
Okay.
Bring us down tiny bit. Keep our...
I'd be very careful about bringing us down, because we did drop below the 15.
Oh, there was the downdraft, yep.
So we want about 4 seconds outside, just take a glance inside. 1 second inside, back out.
Power back.
This is our, what?
Our shallowest.
Shallowest.
Not shallower, shallowest.
Because we're trying to do what?
We're matching with headwind right now.
Right, we're trying to go out because it's blowing us towards the object.
Right.
And so we're going to keep it nice and shallow, but we don't want to go to wings level. That's the big distinction, right?
Right.
We don't want to go to wings level.
Keeping our...
4.0 for life.
Very good control right now. Just keep talking me through it.
Shallowing it, going a little bit steeper as I come through.
Okay.
So basically shallowest to steepest, I guess, is the best. I mean, it's still going to be shallow, but not as steep as our steepest.
Now we're going into the... this one is the steeper.
There's another dropping us.
Make your corrections as needed. So this is just steeper than the shallowest, which is basically telling me do what you need to do to get to the distance and to get to your exit point here. Right?
So the wind should be almost directly behind us at this point.
Okay.
So we're just gonna basically come right over these trees.
Oh, don't get to where you need to wings level before the road here. Keep yourself in that bank.
Still banking, still at altitude, still at airspeed.
Come on now, you can do it.
Wings level.
Beautiful. Well done. Well done. I think you got, how do you feel about it?
I feel good about it.
Do you feel good about it?
Those are probably the easiest maneuvers we've done so far.
Which is, thus, do you understand now a little bit why I didn't introduce it to you at the very beginning?
I suppose, yeah, because now I have a good grasp of
because now you know how to fly the airplane. And now it's just so easy. This would have taken you like probably around 2 flights, maybe 3 flights to of just doing these to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And right now we're doing it in turbulent conditions with a stronger wind, with a lot of heat, which adds a mental fatigue aspect to it, and you're doing it within what, three times?
2 out of 3.
Of trying it?
Yeah. Well,
right?
I mean, technically the first one did count, but I don't count.
First one's just teaching, right?
Right.
So, but total of doing it 3 times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I like to keep these maneuvers until a little later. All right. Let's go once again down, because the downwind is down there. And we don't want to go too far near the windmills down there. And we'll do the S-turn. The S-turn is going to be a very similar maneuver, okay? If you can do this, you can do the S-turn, okay?
Okay.
With the exception of, imagine it's just one half of those on either side of a road. So, you go ahead and take this. I have the controls.
Do you have any controls?
I have them. So if you go ahead and take a look at the little pamphlet there, you will see the entry to the maneuver, right?
Right.
And you'll see that you do the half turn, you have the steepest bank. Why? Because it's the same thing as the turn around a point.
Yep. Steepest to shallowest, and then shallowest to steepest as you come back around. So it's basically just doing the circle just in
an opposite way, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, what do you think? You think you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I can try.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And we want it to be the equal distance, but in terms of the size, right? We want these to be symmetrical. So, what do you think we're going to do to maintain, or to ensure that we can reach that goal of making them symmetrical? Go ahead and give me some ideas.
What do you mean, reaching?
Well, we want them to be symmetrical. And obviously you can't see, like I don't have breadcrumbs on my ForeFlight, which is basically where it shows you where you've been.
Right.
So how do you think we're going to judge if they're symmetrical or not?
By points of interest on the ground?
Okay, so how would you set that up?
Find a road. So if we're talking about this road, we could claim that the midpoint should be those silos or something, and then try and come in equal distant from those silos on the other side. So we would pick 2 more land markers, like the hangar versus the closest silo or something like that.
Yeah, so basically we're not going to pick something for like this side, but we'll pick something on the road. And so what that basically means is we're going to have a 3 points on the road that we're going to choose of equal distance with landmarks. Why? Because this is a ground-based maneuver.
Right.
And we're going to use the ground references to our advantage. Simple as that. You see this road right here?
Yes.
We're going to use that road. Which actually, is that the same?
That is
no, it's not
the same road. No,
okay.
the one back there.
So, that's the one we're going to use. So we're going to pick 3 points on it, even if it's not a building or something, right?
Right.
Could be a tree, could be a break in the crops where there's like a line or something. Whatever we need to do. And we're just going to use that, and then we'll use it for this first half circle. We use the midpoint as our aiming point to exit, right? And we'll go from steep to shallow. Then on this one, we'll go from shallow to steep, basically. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You have controls?
I have controls.
You have the controls. I'll take this back. All right. Go ahead and set me up. I believe, would you like to do it to the left or the right?
Let's do it to the left.
Okay. We'll have to go out a little further this way to do it to the left, but that's all good because as you can see, the road ends.
I think I'm going to aim for that big white building as our center point.
I would go a little further, actually.
The red barn?
Right here?
Yep.
Off the wingtip?
Off the wingtip.
Okay, that's our midpoint?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and pick your points on either side.
Let's say...
Or you can wait till we get a little closer.
Let's get a little closer, yeah, let me get out just a little bit more.
Let's follow this road here. That will give you plenty of room.
Nice little marsh. Look at that.
Yeah, this is the houses I pointed out to you that one time. The ones that sit on the island?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it was an old quarry or something. And then they fill it with water and they either have it as a nature thing or they try and sell it.
Cool. Alright, big red barn. Let's do the trees and the house right there. So those, how do I explain it?
There are a lot of trees.
There are a lot of trees. The ones that are on the road with it going straight in, not the group without a house. So there's trees.
Why don't you set me up on it and I'll see then.
Okay.
I trust you.
A little slow. And climbing.
Which means you need to
pitch down.
Beautiful. And so the thing I liked so much about the turnaround at point that you just did, right, is you told me about it. You talked to me. You said here's what it is. I'm telling you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I need a little bit less bank here. I need a little more bank here. Oh, my airspeed's off. That is what a DPE wants to see. A DPE does not want you to sit there and be all quiet so they have no idea what's going on inside of your head. Would you go past a pilot if they're just sitting there so quiet, so nervous to say something wrong or something like that? Or would you pass a pilot that is telling you everything that's going on in their head and you see their entire thought process?
I would pass the one that says everything. Yes.
Well, not if they say something wrong. Like if they say something that's like so ridiculously wrong and they have a misconception about something.
Class G starts at 800 feet.
All of the time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
700 feet.
It's like,
I remember
okay,
that.
well, you know, we might need to study this a little bit more. But assuming you do know your stuff, I would rather pass the one that's telling me their whole thought process because I know how they think.
Gavin, it's time.
Let's do it. I'm ready. We're doing the red barn here, right?
Yep. So crossing wings. So we want to, this might be a little bit too steep, but we'll try it anyway.
No, you need steeper.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's like almost a steep turn, a little bit more power. A little bit steeper.
Remember, we're crossing wings level over those wings.
Right.
Over that. Start bring that bank out. Bring that bank out. There you go.
Less power.
Good.
Altitudes.
Less
good.
bank. Less bank.
Less bank.
Yep. Hold it right there. There.
Okay.
The biggest thing you're going to notice is that you're going to feel wrong about it, but you're going to be right.
No, I see what you mean. Because as soon as we hit the wind,
yep, it just stops you, right?
Yeah.
The brick wall. Little less bank.
Less
Oh,
bank.
that's too little. Right here. There you go. There you go. And we'll start the other turn. Ready? Wings level. Beautiful. Nice. Nope. Shallow.
Shallow.
Remember, this is the shallow. This is the shallowest one because we got to get away, right?
Oh, fair enough.
We got to get away. Where's our point for this?
I think the house, or not the house, the white barn, the white.
Over here?
Yeah.
I got it.
So I think this one's going to be a little bit longer. But
It's got the silo?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Keep that shallow, still shallow. And now we'll start going into a little steeper, just a little bit, not too much. You'll find that we just like crank it over at the last minute, basically. That's kind of how you have to remember this one. Basically just because, you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving out those tips too early, man.
I am. Now start cranking it over, not too much. Hold it right there. Right there. Keep it coming. Now.
Yeah, but I got to gain altitude.
Oh, do we?
That's what I was trying to do.
My bad. More bank. And get the wings level now. Nice. Good. We didn't go outside of our minimums.
Yes, I did.
The airspeed, I did see that. Yeah.
I was trying to gain altitude. You're like holding down the yoke. I'm like, yeah, no.
That's my bad. But, do you see the little thing?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and turn this way and we'll try it again.
Actually, I think I'm starting to get kind of hot.
Are you?
Yeah, what time is it?
We got 20 minutes left.
Oh, we got 20 minutes? Let's head back.
You want to head back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be able to land and taxi and be stopped by 2.
By 2?
Or 4, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, yeah, you already missed it.
I'm starting to get fatigued.
Fair enough. Go ahead and climb me up to 2,500 then. And let's go ahead and get ready for going in. I'll let you handle all that, okay?
Okay. Set up for 1-3 or 2-10.
We're set up for 1-3.
Please take 5397, Roger, you can sliding 310, maintain to 10,000, expect visual approach runway 13.
Heading 310 and 10,000. Or 13, correct. 13.
clear the stupid thing.
Where are we clearing?
Trying to clear the APA.
Flight 5.
Yeah, might just have to hit delete.
Flight 5, 15 to the southwest, 2000, go to take print.
Alright.
Flight 5, radar contact altimeter 3007.
This will be a full stop, correct?
Yes.
And we've been out here for a decent while, so we might want to pick up the weather as well.
Yes.
Information Zulu 1954 Zulu, wind 200 at 10, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 34, 2.19er, altimeter 3007. Visual approaching use runway 13 and 22. Notice runway 13 glide slope out of marker out of service. Advise on this contact you have Zulu.
Information Zulu 200 at what was it?
Information Zulu 1954 Zulu, wind 200 at 10, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 34, 2.19er, altimeter 3007. Visual approaching use runway 13 and 22. Notice runway 13 glide slope out of marker out of service. Advise on this contact you have Zulu.
The winds are a little bit more, but they're in the same direction. Information Zulu, altimeter went down just a little bit.
Roger, cleared Chicago Airport, direct B.
Okay. What do you want to do? What runway are you thinking?
I'm going to wait until you get 15 miles out. Then we're going to contact St. Louis Approach, tell them that we are inbound for runway 22, full stop, and go from there.
Okay.
Flight 5, connect to your tower 124.0. 1240.
Because now we're heading into the wind, so wow, it does not want to let us sink.
Which means what?
Updraft or a lot of headwind.
Blue 25397, descend and maintain 6,000. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Can I go ahead and contact them now? Does it matter? Like, do I have to be at 15, or can I just do it whenever?
You could contact them now, but let's still wait till the 15.
Okay.
Mainly because we like to stick to the hard numbers. We want to stick to the numbers, so we do the same thing at the same time every time. That's how you build proficiency. That's how you build reliability when it comes to your skills.
Okay.
So, could we legally? Yes, 100%. Should we? Yeah, let's just wait the extra 3 miles. We're not that lazy.
Information Zulu.
Okay. How do you feel about this landing?
It's going to be a lot of crosswind.
It is.
Might have to do a go around, which is also why I wanted to go.
Okay. I like that thinking ahead. Okay.
Nice. We're on a schedule.
Not really. There's no one after us. Where the heck is...
I can grab it if you want to take controls.
No, that's all good. Oh, I can't. Yeah, there's no way I'm reaching that. I have controls.
Controls. Climb us to 2,500.
Man, I see what you mean. It just does not want to climb.
Doesn't want to climb, and then we hit a point where it just brings us all the way up, and then brings us all the way down.
Exactly.
We dropped
controls.
We dropped like 150 feet just out of nowhere as soon as you were reaching for your water bottle.
Man.
Stinky plane.
I'm telling you, man, that's the fun of a hot day like today. Updrafts, downdrafts.
Alright, I'm going to do it at 16. I'm going to start thinking about it. Okay, St. Louis Approach, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot information Zulu, inbound Peoria, 15 miles north of Peoria Airport, inbound, full stop, terminate. Something like that. Something to that effect.
Okay, which runway was that? Sorry.
22.
Okay.
Do I have to tell them the runway?
Just have it in your mind of what you would like.
Okay.
And if they say 3-1, or you can just say, hey, requesting runway 22.
Okay.
St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha is 15 miles north of Peoria Airport, inbound, full stop, terminate, runway 22 if possible.
Texas for Alpha, expect runway 22.
Expecting runway 22, 64 Alpha.
He came back so confident. He was like, expect runway 22.
Flighting 130, vector for the sequence.
Ooh.
Say again, 64 Alpha.
64 Alpha, flight heading 130.
Flight heading 130, 64 Alpha.
Did you hear the rest of what he said earlier?
Something about sequence?
He said vectors to sequence.
Vectors to sequence, interesting.
Which, do you know what vectors are?
Path, I guess.
It's basically they tell you what direction to fly, and they will basically guide you in. So right now they said 130, which if you're on the ground, right, and the guy's doing this,
yeah,
and then he does this, right?
Maintain 3,000.
It means turn this way.
Maintain 3,000.
He's telling you the same directions, just with this. So he's going to give you degrees to follow, and then you follow him, and he'll bring you right in.
Nice.
So very easy for you, but stressful for the first time, in my opinion. It might not be too stressful for you, but for me, you know, the radio calls and stuff like that, it can be a little taxing. So just maintain your...
Was that our plane that just popped? Was that mixture related?
I didn't hear it.
You did?
Was it a pretty loud pop?
Not very loud, but enough that I could hear it through.
Okay. Was that it?
I didn't hear it that time.
Okay. I'll keep my ears open.
Maybe it's fireworks. Maybe they've already started.
I've been seeing a lot of people do them during the day, so who knows. So basically, we'll just follow the headings that he gives us and listen for when he gives us another one, yeah?
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And he has cleared us because he said our tail number.
Yeah.
So even if we do cross into it, we're good.
No, exactly. He's guiding us in. We're talking to him. Most likely he's going to set us up for a straight in.
Yeah, direct in.
Yeah. So, fun times, fun times. So, walk me through just while we're sitting here. You told me it's a crosswind.
Yes.
You told me it's a pretty heavy crosswind.
Yes.
Okay. How are we going to land with a crosswind? How are we going to make sure that we don't get blown off the runway?
Well, what is it called? A slip, I guess, kind of. But we're going to have rudder. We're going to crab in, and then as we come in for the landing, we're going to move our ailerons. So
we're going to use rudder to maintain the center line. And then we're going to use ailerons for what?
Maintaining
to counter the wind. To counter the wind, right?
Right.
We're going to steer into the wind and use rudder to hold us on the center line, basically. So we're using opposite control inputs to maintain going forward. All right. Hey, there's my buddy's house.
Blue 5397, airport now to 10 o'clock, 7
Can you take controls? I need to readjust my headset.
I've got the controls.
Blue 5397, so visual first runway 13, connect Peoria Tower 124.0.
Cleared visual 13, tower 240, Blue 5397.
Okay, I'm good.
You got him?
My controls.
You hold on to him. I'm taking a picture. Alright. I always like to flex to my friends that I flew over their house. That's my toxic trait.
Toxic trait as you care.
Exactly.
Airport in sight.
Okay, good.
The big field, right? The big green area kind of way out there?
Yeah, I mean the one out here, yes. Unless you're talking about the one over there.
No, I'm talking about the far one that's like light green with all the
it's got the little buildings there. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at right there. I always find it crazy how like each one of these neighborhoods is like in a perfect square. Like look at this one.
Legion 354, 2000, 5000.
Legion 384, same those departure to contact, climb obtain 10,000.
Climb 10,000, Legion 354.
Plane.
I've got insight.
I'm kind of scared that we saw that at our level.
Yeah, it's not at our level. See how it's above the...
It's within 100 feet.
I retract my statement. It must be close enough. Normally at our level is around the horizon.
Wouldn't we, like, why didn't St. Louis departure be like traffic in sight?
Because it's 6 miles away.
That's not close enough to have traffic in sight?
No, because it's not cross. If it was like up here, right, and it was crossing in front of us, 100%.
Okay.
It's only if our paths are colliding, and he knows that we're following this.
Okay.
Because he gave us that. That's why it's so important that we follow what they said. Oh look, there's an airplane about to take off from Mount Holly.
Nice.
A lot of boats out on the water today. Good day to be out on it.
Also, there was another updraft up there. We hit 150 feet, and I pulled all the power, and we're still going.
Oh, man.
Level. We're going to hit another one right here, too.
Does it make sense how gliders are able to fly for a long time?
Yes.
Those are people who understand the updrafts so well, and they know how to avoid the downdrafts.
Because you can just stay in an updraft.
Yeah.
Like, just do a steep circle around it and just...
Exactly.
Get sucked up.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there's a downdraft.
Okay. Is this enhancing your... Is this enhancing your knowledge of
1922.
updrafts and downdrafts and these things?
Yes, very much so. Because there we hit it.
Because it's only in certain areas, right? Because all the air in the updraft is going up and it's hitting the stinking cumulus clouds, which it hits the dew point, right? And then it condenses, and then it forms the moisture, and then it continues until the air can't hold it anymore, and it falls as rain.
6060 Papa, St. Louis.
Welcome to the world of weather. Let's make sure we're staying on our heading. We don't want to get too far off of it, right?
Maintain 2,500, expect 7,000 within 10 minutes. Departure frequency 125.8, squawk 1775.
He'll tell us to turn any second now.
The greatest thing is that I love to think about this. I love like being on a boat. It's a cool thing because I've never really been on a boat before. Okay. I guarantee you, if I went down and said, "Look,"
you can proceed straight in runway 22. Contact Pure Tower 124.0.
Straight in runway 22. Contact Tower 124.0. Have a good day. See ya. 64 Alpha.
Tower 60 Papa. When are you ready to go?
They're doing like donuts out there.
All right.
Oh, they're skiing. That's what it is.
Hold on, Kevin.
Hey, I'm with you. You got it.
Sierra Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, inbound runway 22, full stop, terminate landing, 64 Alpha.
Scout 534 Alpha, Sierra Tower, runway 22, clear to land, wind 180 at 8, traffic CRJ9 on a 6 mile final for runway 13.
We will keep traffic in mind, inbound runway 22, 64 Alpha, clear to land.
So he's at 5297 traffic on the 8 mile final for runway 22 of the Skyhawk.
Copy.
Climb back up to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to come down to 2,000. Is that okay?
What do you think you need to do?
I think I'm going to come down to 2,000 because it'll still be above our tolerances.
Okay. All right.
I'll get us a little bit lower for...
Are you going to be able to maintain your pattern altitude, like, be able to see the runway still at this altitude that you're coming down to?
I would think so, yes.
Okay. That's all that matters then.
Nice shallow descent. Whew.
So for this landing, we're going to come in with more speed than normal. I want to be 70 plus around the numbers.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because with more speed, we have more aileron, rudder, and control authority. Okay. It gives us more presence, which means that we can control the airplane far better than if we were slower, right?
Right.
I would rather come in and glide it for a little bit longer, because we have a long runway, right?
Right.
I'd rather come in and glide it for a little bit longer in the flare than come down, be pushed all over by the wind, and not have time to recover because I had no energy coming in. Because if we come in at 65 over the numbers, we pretty much land the second we flare. Like, effectively. You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't want that. We don't want that. We want to come in, we want that extra power, we want that extra control and authority, so that way when we come in and when we land, or when we flare, we have some time to figure out how to counter this wind, right? We can perform it safer. And so we will do it with more speed because it is safer.
I see one Pappy Light.
Nice.
We have entered into the glide slope.
If you only see one Pappy Light, why? Why would we only see one?
Because we're on 4 red.
Yeah.
Which means we're under the glide slope, which means we're coming in. I guess if glide slope's up here, we're coming in from under it and we're going to intersect with it.
We're going to intersect it, right? And so when you intersect it, are you going to put in your flaps?
Nope.
Okay. When are you going to put in your flaps?
About 5, oh, we're already about 5 miles. No, or not 5 miles. When we hit our normal, actually, no, because that would be our
final. That's a good question, isn't it?
That is a good question.
When do you think we're going to do it?
Well, I guess I don't know. When we feel like it would be my answer, but...
Well, I would start descending down to your 17.
Okay. I was trying to maintain, but we'll go down to 17.
Yeah, let's go down to 17, because we'll be able to still see the runway, right?
Right.
Blue Street 5397, left and Mike, ground 0.85.
Left Mike, over ground 53.
There's a pond back there? I didn't know that. How am I supposed to know that? How are you feeling about this glide slope?
Good. Pretty white, so we're a little high, but...
Okay.
We put in our flaps when we start sinking, we'll be good. Yeah, let's just go ahead and put in our first notch of flaps.
Let's not.
Let's not?
Let's wait till 3,000.
3,000? 3,000?
My apologies. Let's wait till 3 miles.
3 miles, okay. Catch our 80.
Good.
Painful. Come on, hit 1700. Alright,
this is why we normally climb at full power. And there's 3 miles.
So let's go ahead and
pitch for 80, flaps.
First notch of flaps. Pitch for 80. Trim us out. We're very high, so...
Just wait. We'll drop. We don't need to make an adjustment.
Get us back over on center line.
Just maintain the 80 knots and we'll be fine.
80. Maintain center line, maintain 80. Watch our airspeed.
Second notch of flaps, please.
Second notch of flaps. Second notch of flaps, which means we're going to come down to 75.
We're going to start absolutely dropping out of the sky. It is a hot day. Right now, if we didn't do anything, we're probably going to land in those trees.
Yep, I can see our... we're going to land... Yeah.
A little bit of power, please.
A little bit of power.
That's too much. A little less.
75. Do you want final flaps?
Not yet. Just maintain the 75, not the 80.
75, there we go.
So we're going to go full flaps, but maintain 75 and add power as you need to.
Okay. Full flaps. 75. 75, add a little bit of power.
Center line, please.
Center line.
How's the wind feel?
Good.
Okay. We're continuing then? Use those rudders. Let that flare. Use that rudder there. There you go.
Oh, we're too high.
Down, down, down.
Down, down, yep.
Nice. Oh, yeah, whoa, now. Hey, whoa. Oh, right. Nope. Rudder this way. There we go. There we go.
Ooh. There we go.
You see why it's so important to come in with that extra little oomph.
We had a lot of time to...
We had a lot of time to sort it out.
I think you did most of the landing.
Yeah, we needed to keep in the rudder. So I would put in the right rudder correction, and then I would release the right rudder correction, assuming you had the right rudder, and then we go immediately back to that side, basically. So the biggest thing is we just need we need to hold the rudder on the center line. That was the main thing, and because we kept going back and forth like that, is when you started using the yoke, and we started going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my bad.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a crosswind landing. You haven't done too many of those. So.
That's why I need to practice them.
Yeah.
Alright, cross the runway threshold, come to a complete stop, power off.
Power off?
Power idle. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Man, I was like, oh,
turn it off.
Already?
Alright, after landing, flaps up, strokes off.
That terminology, the phraseology there.
Contact ground, 0.85.
Contact ground, 0.85. Have a nice day. See ya. 64 Alpha.
You as well, thank you.
It's hot.
Alright, Peoria ground is... info... 185, already on 12185, go to over ground.
Hold on, 1 second. Weren't you just on your plate?
Yeah. Said it right there.
You know it's on the plate, right?
Yeah, 12185.
Oh, okay. I thought you went to the info to look for the Peoria ground.
I did.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
I could do both.
Oh, okay. You're completely correct.
Peoria ground, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot just off of runway 22 at Alpha 4, requesting taxi to general aviation parking, 64 Alpha.
Just Byerly.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, Peoria ground, taxi straight ahead to Byerly, and have a good day.
Straight into Byerly, have a nice day. See you.
Just the Byerly. We don't need the general aviation. Come on now.
Well, it's technically correct. Clear to left, clear to right.
You are technically correct, yes. But
technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Technically correct is the one where, you know, it's like people start defining what a spork is. Okay, like what is it really? I mean, would you use a spork to eat soup? No. Okay, so it's really a fork.
200 at 9, altimeter 3007.
So technically it's a fork.
Alpha current, altimeter
okay, but it can be used as a spoon. Like that doesn't mean that you can't use it as a spoon. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. Let's just taxi.
Yeah, but that landing was awful. So next time we go flying, I need to work on crosswind landings.
Do you want to find a place to work on crosswind landings? Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that.
Seems to be my weakest point at the moment.
Do you think so?
Is crosswind landings. Anything with a crosswind.
Okay.
I know what to do, but I haven't gotten...
You don't have the experience. You don't have the been there, done that.
Ground, good afternoon.
To know what to do.
Tango, like student airfield.
That's good self-examination right there. You say, hey, this is my weaker area right here. Let's do this. Hey, I'm more than happy to oblige a pilot that says, hey,
5043 Peoria Tower, runway 1.
I'm weak on this.
Takeoff, turn left direct, Beeford.
That's a safe pilot right there.
Left direct Beeford, Sky West 5480.
One that can self-critique. What are you thinking for this parking here?
Park it safely.
What a great thing to think. You know,
Slowly.
What a great thing to think. What are our hazards here?
Other planes, no people out right now, so we're good on people, but
Okay.
we want to make sure we maintain our center.
Good.
Make sure we're not going to touch wings.
We have shadows today, which means if the shadows don't touch, the planes won't touch. So let's just keep that in mind as well as a additional safety feature, but not our main one that we're focused on.
And we want to put the wings over the notches so we can tie it down if needed.
A little bit to the right, please. You're not on center line. A little bit more. There you go. Oh man. Go ahead and pull out here.
Pull out?
Yeah, we're off. This way. I can see the yellow line by opening my door.
Okay.
Let's just try it again here. It's a little difficult because the line's crooked on this one.
Oh.
But yeah, let's try this again. Round 2.
Go to the left, go to the right.
Good, good. There's no reverse button here, and I don't want to push the airplane. I've been there, done that. We're past that now. We've elevated because we fly with Bradley Flying Club. Okay, so just bring it over a little. You want that nose wheel to be on the yellow line.
Over to departure, sky 54.
You overestimated, you know, how far over it is, basically. That's what happened. This time, just see how close you can get it on in. You got it. Nice and slow. Beautiful. And that might be a little slow. There you go. We're watching the wingtip.
Peoria Tower, helicopter 340, Sierra Foxtrot,
nice
off of
St.
Francis en route to Galesburg, currently 1,200 for 1,800.
Helicopter 340, Sierra Foxtrot, Peoria Tower,
there we go.
altimeter 3007.
Little past it. It's all good.
3007.
Checklist, please, for the shutdown. Yeah, that'll work.
Avionics off.